Next question. Have you ever mooned anyone?
Yes.
I have too.
Okay, excellent. Hey everyone, this is David Stark from Watch or Pass, and I'm talking to Sydney Carvill and Eddie Navarro of Moon Students, which is coming to digital and on demand on June 13th, 2023. I'm going to talk to them right now. And while you're watching, if you can like and subscribe to this channel, that would be fantastic. Also have a lot. Thank you. All right, so thanks so much for joining me today. I've got Sydney Carvill and Eddie Navarro of Moon Students, which comes to digital and on demand on June 13th, 2023. It is an indie drama that kind of takes the pandemic and the Black Lives Matter movement and the social justice issues that we all are familiar with and weaves it into a story about finding your voice and using it for change. It is an interesting film. It has some really fun characters, and two of them are with me today. So I'm excited to talk to you. Thanks so much for joining me.
Yes, thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thanks so much.
So the first question, how did you get involved in this film? How did you find this? It's kind of a quirky indie drama. So I'm just curious how this came across both of your desks. I guess we'll start with Eddie, since you're higher up on the Zoom for me. So
okay. Okay. I saw it on backstage.com actually. I saw it on Backstage. I was yeah, it was weird. It was crazy because my roommate got into the ICU. He got COVID. So he he was in the second week of the ICU, and I was just waiting to hear back what's going to happen. I couldn't visit him, and so I was looking on backstage.com, and then I saw, just on the whim, late night, I saw this description of Moon Students, and I checked it out, and then I saw the character Antonio, and I was like, I feel truly this is the story I could tell, and I submitted myself, and Daniel Holland, the director, just contacted me back, and I sent him my reel, and I wrote a letter, I wrote a note, and I told him I feel I could do this role, and please give me a chance, and I'll show you, because I didn't want him to be misunderstood, you know. So yeah,
that's sad that you had kind of, I guess, practical experience for this role. Like that is sad, but also probably helped to kind of give you an emotional tie to the character and some of the things that are happening.
Yeah, he survived, thank God, and he came back and he shot my call back.
Okay, good. All right, that's good to hear as well. Cindy, how did you get involved in this?
I actually saw it on Backstage too. I was scrolling through Backstage, saw it, and I had just moved to Albuquerque, and I was just trying to take any chance I could to come back out to LA and film. And I had gone through the audition process. Me and Daniel had spoken. There was somebody else who was going to be playing Lita and Antonio, and you know, it just kind of worked out that me and Antonio kind of came in at the right time, and it all kind of worked out. I just saw it and was like, get me back to LA. And then just happened to, thank goodness, you know, fall into this beautiful family of creatives.
That's awesome. And it's interesting, like during the pandemic, you would think people would want to get away from LA, but you wanted to go back to it. You were in this like isolated area that probably was very safe. You're like, no, back in the danger. I want to do this drama. I want to be in this.
100%. Yeah, I think I had moved out to Albuquerque maybe like 2 months prior to booking this, and I was just like, get me back out to LA. Yeah, I wanted to go back to the madness for sure.
Sometimes the risks are worth the rewards. And now that I've zoomed in, I see your necklace. I love it. That's a fantastic necklace. I'm really glad that you wore that.
It's actually in the film as well, if you can spot
yeah.
it.
Oh, I will have to watch it again and
Yes.
a little bit more eagle-eyed this time. So the next question was, had you both worked together? But it sounds like no. It sounds like you just kind of like did the casting process and met, I guess, when it was shooting. When did this film shoot? Was it? I assume it was after the pandemic, but like, was it during the lockdown? Was it well after? Like, when did this film get made?
No, this was June of 2021, right, Eddie?
Okay.
Yeah, and we also did August.
And yeah.
We did, yeah, but everybody was still masked. Like it was still, we had to mask up. It was like when they were doing the first rounds of letting go of the masks, and then we went back because the surge went up.
It was like right when the vaccine was like becoming mandatory. It was like right.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was gonna say it was that wonderful summer when we all thought, oh, we're over this, like everything is fine, and then COVID was like, nope,
yep,
not yet.
Yeah. But everybody was safe, you know. Everybody was safe, you know. The director, the crew, everybody. We were all safe, and we were professional. And me and Sid, you know, we're like, you know what, we're gonna be in this. Let's do this, you know. And we were passionate about this. And, you know, we didn't let anything stop us.
Yeah,
So,
we weren't gonna get all freaked out about, what could
yeah,
happen, what about this, what about that, are you
yeah.
vaccinated or you're not? We're like, let's come in and let's do our parts, let's make this art and, let's find some love in this movie and then in this time in the world.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I've talked to a lot of people that were filming during the pandemic, and after everyone kind of gets over the strangeness of being back together and like following the protocols, it seems like it was a wonderful experience. I guess maybe I just don't talk to the projects that went really poorly, like the ones that just like disappeared. But it seems like
Yeah,
everyone recognized the difficulty and kind of embraced that just to be able to work and make something. So it sounds like you both were like that as well.
absolutely, 100%.
And a very crucial part of both of your characters are the backstories. I was curious, like, were those in the film, or did you help flesh some of those out, like some of your own lived experiences? Did you put any of that into the characters, or were those the characters that were on the on the script and you just kind of like made them your own?
Eddie?
And we'll start with Cindy this time.
Eddie,
Okay.
you always do this. You always
Like,
do
Eddie,
it.
go. I'll
That's
go,
why I
I'll go.
love you. Yeah, I love you so much.
As
You're
you
so
should.
Lita. You're so
As
Lita.
you should. I keep you in check.
Like in the classroom scene.
Yeah.
Eddie, Antonio, go, go,
Antonio,
go.
quiet time now. No.
Yeah. Oh my God, I miss you. Oh my God, this is how you know we were perfect for this role.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
could definitely feel the love and
We're
chemistry
so
through the Zoom, which is always tough to do. It's always tough to have that in the Zoom. So this is perfect.
No, I love. Oh my God, Sydney, I
I'll
love
just turn
you.
my camera off and you can talk to each other for a
We'll
bit.
just catch up. No.
No, we're good. We're good. The question again was.
So
Sorry.
like the backstories were so important in the film.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I you know what, I was a little bit like Antonio. I grew up fighting a lot as a kid, I'm Mexican American, and I didn't know my identity, and it wasn't that hard to get into Antonio. That's when I saw the backstage, the description. I was like, I want to talk about this guy, I didn't want him to be an abusive boyfriend. I didn't want him to be an abusive Latino or Mexican guy. I want him to be hurt and to have a past, but he's trying to do good, and he is putting his aggression onto someone he loves. And I didn't want that to be the end fall of him. I wanted him to be hopeful, And so, I grew up, doing ESL, and I had to work my ass off in school to go into advanced English classes. I was going to be an English teacher before I became an actor. And so I had to fight, and then I had my identity issue. I'm very light skinned but I'm Mexican, so it was hard. I didn't know who I was. So yeah, Antonio was a very important character for me to portray. And I wanted to do him justice for other kids, other people that didn't have a voice,
Sure.
So.
Finding your voice is a central theme of this film. So that sounds like you're the perfect character for this. Cindy, what about you? Was there any of your personality in the character of Lita, other than obviously being brilliant and well-spoken and,
And
being
funny and
the life of the
smart,
party? Yeah.
Honestly, it was really great because me and Lita do share a lot of the same qualities. We keep our heads down for the most part, but when we're ready to say something, everyone's gonna hear it. And I've always been obsessed with the moon. Like literally, like I had this way before we even filmed, and like that was such a big part of Lita's life, because that's what she stared up at the sky when she was crossing the border. So the moon had a huge impact on her life, and I've already had that connection for my entire life. So that was really kind of cool to like bring that aspect of me into Lita and not have to like push to bring it. It was just like a nice little morph of us together. I would say, yeah, that was probably what I brought most was, my love of the moon also, and just kind of the spirituality that she has also.
That is crazy that you had this necklace before. Like that is definitely a sign if there ever are any.
Yes, literally.
And I love the cast. I love how quirky everyone was. I imagine it was a ton of fun to film. Just seeing you two interacting, lets me know that it was a fun movie to film. What was it like, with this cast filming? It feels like it was probably a family type of atmosphere.
It was such a blast. And every time we get together for our screenings or film festivals or anything, like I don't think I've ever gotten so close to I don't think I've ever gotten so close to a group of people I've worked with before. But yeah, it was so much fun, especially, the scene where we have all of the guys together and we're in San Diego. It was ridiculous. I was like, guys, okay, we are still filming. Stop.
I bet they use some of that too. Like it just that fun interaction. I bet some of that makes it into the film.
Oh yeah, it was very natural. We were all just literally throwing and laughing. It was insane, but such a good time.
Awesome. And the film kind of culminates with a big important speech that that Lita does, that you do, Sydney. It was a very powerful moment. I really loved it. Do you have any experience public speaking, or is that just like acting? Like, I was curious, like, where that came from.
Yeah, no public speaking. I actually failed public speaking in college.
I find that hard to believe, but I'll take your word for it.
It's mostly because I was just like, I don't want to do this. This is stupid. Like, so yeah, I did not do good in public speech, but it was, yeah, you get in front of, I think it was the words. I mean, this is another credit to Daniel's beautiful writing skills, but it was so powerful, and I felt so powerful saying the words and having, everyone out in front of me, the scene set, and knowing like that we had just come from this, this big, not riot, what's the word? This big
protest,
protest.
demonstration.
Yeah. Exactly. We had just come from this demonstration, and, just kind of wrapping everything that had gone on in the movie together, it made me feel so powerful. And in that moment, I felt great. I felt like I could have done that speech to 1 million people.
There you go, channeling that character. I love it. So I know we have limited time today. I know you all are very busy today. So I'm going to switch. So I call it the lightning round. They're just lightweight questions about the film. I want to see how your personal experiences map to things in the film. You can feel free to pass on any of them. I will not be offended, but I try to keep them very answerable. Okay. The first question is, have you ever gotten in a fight with a teacher? Doesn't have to be physical. Could be verbal.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. My dad.
I was like my Spanish teacher, actually.
Oh, wow. All right. Some drama here. I love it.
Another teachers, yeah. My dad's a teacher, so I felt my dad.
That's doubly, yeah. It makes sense that there would be some aggression there that hopefully you've worked out at this point.
Nicholas was the actor who plays the professor. I told him, I said, I'm going to use you as my dad. And we've had those conversations, so it's trippy.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's I love the family feel of this movie. This film is about a student, mainly Lita, who has a very quirky interest, like a love and obsession with the moon. Do you have any quirky interests? Sydney, it sounds like you also have a love and obsession with the moon, but is there anything else, any other interests that you have? We'll start with you, Eddie, since I think I know Sydney's already.
Do I have a fascination with the moon? Yes, I do.
Or just any other like weird, quirky interests that you've got, some sort of obsession that you personally have?
I love the waves of how a beach moves. I don't know. When I hear the waves move in a lake, or like, the thing, I like to record it. I don't know why. I like to record it, and then I play it back when I go to sleep.
Sounds like a great, that sounds wonderful. It sounds very peaceful.
Like every beach I go to, and like, doesn't matter if it's California or East Coast, West Coast, I record it and then I play it to go to sleep. Yeah.
That's perfect. Cindy, do you have anything else, or is it moon?
Weirdly enough, I collect shells. I have like jars and jars and jars of shells from different locations.
And you also
that one right there, yeah.
And you also look at them before you go to sleep, just to help you sleep.
I just cover up myself in shells. That
is a quirky interest. I like it.
Yeah.
You're the Little Mermaid. You're the Little Mermaid.
Exactly.
Yep. There's probably gonna be a sequel. You can go up for that too.
That's right.
Oh.
Have you ever seen a full lunar eclipse?
As a kid, yes.
I think I've only seen a solar. I don't think I've seen a lunar.
Okay. Yeah, the lunar ones are tough sometimes. It's always cloudy, at least where I'm at, so you never get to actually see it.
Yeah, like the goodness of it. Yeah.
Next question. Have you ever mooned anyone?
Yes.
I have too.
Okay, excellent.
Yes, I did.
I mean, yeah.
But it was very respectful.
Okay.
Whatever. You were probably on a bus, Eddie.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He was riding high for that. I love it.
Yeah.
And the last question. This film is called Moon Students, about students who are obsessed with moons. Are either of you secretly a werewolf? Because I find this fascination with moons very interesting.
I can't answer that one.
Yes, I am.
All right. I love it. Big reveals right here on the show. I love it very much.
Yes, I am.
Awesome. So the film is out on June 13th, 2023. It's coming to digital and on demand. You both are out promoting it, getting the word out, reliving the love and affection that you had together. But after people see you in Moon Students, are there any other projects that you have on the horizon? Is there anything people can look forward to after this? We'll start with Eddie.
Oh, I was gonna give this. Right now, I'm just writing more scripts. I'm actually developing some scripts that I want to do. One's a sci-fi script, and one's kind of a vigilante story based in Los Angeles.
Nice.
And just play more music. I'm writing my next album, and yeah, just doing that. And then working with Daniel. Me and Daniel, hopefully we're gonna work together with Sid, and so we'll see what happens. I want to work with Sydney. You know, I know we're gonna work together because I love you so much. So we have some future projects coming up, and I have some projects that I would want her to be a part of. So
perfect.
So, yeah,
that sounds awesome. And Cindy, do you know any of these projects? Are these?
I know of one. I know one we can't mention, but I don't know of the other ones. So that'll give us something to chat about later.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'll keep it off the record. I promise.
Let me just whisper. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Well, awesome. Well, you can look forward to these future unannounced projects, but first you can check out Moon Students. It comes to digital and on demand on June 13th, 2023. This is Cindy Carvill and Eddie Navarro. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you.
That was Cindy Carvill and Eddie Navarro of Moon Students, which comes to digital and on demand on June 13th, 2023. Is an indie drama that weaves the pandemic, the social justice movement, and other issues in America into a story about finding your voice and trying to use that for change. If you liked this interview, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot. Make sure all my new content goes straight to you. Thank you.